3 races remain until chase time in Season 10 of the Gatorade Cup Series. We head to Darlington, South Carolina for our 3rd Crown Jewel race of the season. It is the Southern 500. Levi Jones in the 21s won the pole for tonight's race. Outside second, the 55 of Antonin Charlebois. Then third, Diego Yepes. Fourth, we have Carter Friesen. Rounding out the top 5, Jay Jefferson, car number 78. 6th place, we have Nathan Ormond. In 7th, it's Riley Sampson. 8th, we have TJ Hanley. 9th, it's Zachary Fitzwater Sr. And rounding out the top 10 is teammate Casey Nack on the 43. The rest of the field has Am Garcia outside Steve Morgan, the 35. Then we have Nathan Stapleton with Jose Mills in the 27. He comes in as the points leader. Then there's Isaac Nichols and Sebastian Kukul on the 51, with Marcus Sachi and Griffin Lynn the 7. Then there's Cole Luigi with JJ Reed. Behind them, Scott Gregory and Luke Rainey in the 2. Then we have Justin Zidell with Max Anderson in the 83, along with Roman Fenway and Edwin Mendez in the 11. Then we have Anthony Hernandez with Trey Rainey in the 18, along with Riley Spurleytube and Ryan Brommer in the 6, with Michael Gregory and Marshall Burrow, Derek Hamill and William Bullen, Kashawn Richardson with Jeff Bright, Jake Richardson, Carson Bowers, Jonathan Buford, and Eli Bright. And in the final row, 41st, Anthony Fox, and 42nd is second in the point standings, Dale Letting, the 47 car. There is our 42 car field for the Southern 500 at the Darlington Speedway. Let's go to trackside and fire these Gatorade Cup cars up for racing around this 1.33 mile oval.
Drivers, start your engines.
Crank it up. Daniel, how are you? You right up there? Where are you at? Yes, sir.
The 42 car field is moving off the starting grid for racing at the Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. The third of 4 Crown Jewel races in the Gatorade Cup Series, season number 10. 3 races remain until chase time, so all these drivers on edge, trying to get every point they can. This is a racetrack where you have to be mentally and physically tough. This racetrack takes a lot of the car and the driver. We'll see it in 56 laps for actually one of the longest races of the Gatorade Cup Series season. It's Levi Jones, Antonin Charlebois on the front row for the Southern 500. Down the front stretch to the restart zone, we're green flag racing at Darlington. The outside did not go whatsoever and allowed Levi Jones to clear and lead lap 1. Yepes to second, Jefferson to third, Sampson to fourth. Through 1 and 2, Yepes looking low on the 21 Jones, trying to get his nose to the inside of turn 2. He looks low, he gets low, side by side down the backstretch for the lead, and side by side for third. Sampson to the inside, Jay Jefferson. Off to turn 3. Fast speed to Darlington. Yepes clears to the front. Sampson clears to second, Ormond for third. Nathan Ormond trying to make the chase this season. He's inside the top 10 points. He needs a good point set, though, to keep it there. He'll move to third by Levi Jones. Ormond to third. Fitzwater up to fourth. Here comes the 22 of Am Garcia to fifth. A lot of drivers that need good points nights up here. Sampson trying to stay inside the top 10. Am Garcia trying to stay up there. Ormond trying to stay up there. They're all right now running inside the top 5 early on in the Southern 500. Sampson for the lead now down the front stretch. They race side by side. Yepes leads the second lap of the race. But it's Riley Sampson to the inside turn 1, the preferred lane, and the 40 will take the top spot away. Nathan Ormond going to move to second, the 24. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater Sr. He'll move to third. As the inside lane, definitely the place to be here at Darlington. Ormond now wants to lead in turn 3. He'll jump low on Riley Sampson through 3 and 4. Nathan Ormond takes the top spot away. Ormond to the front. He'll get a lap led, 5 bonus points there. Fitzwater to second. Am Garcia looks for third on Riley Sampson. Out of line goes Steve Morgan to 35. Stapleton inside the top 10. Back here, Jay Jefferson trying to fend off Marcus Sachi. Sachi 2 wins this season, looking for his third. It would be a great boost of momentum because he has been coming alive lately in the season. Carter Friesen almost looked 3 wide to 34, but decided better against it. As they go side by side for P2, Am Garcia inside Zachary Fitzwater Sr. for a spot inside the top 2. He'll move to second through 1 and 2. Ormond pulls away the 24. Nice gap there. If Nathan Ormond could win here tonight, he'll get 2 Crown Jewel victories in Season 10. He won the Pepsi 600 at Charlotte. He's looking to win the Southern 500 here at Darlington. 2 big Crown Jewel races, 2 of the biggest races in the season. Garcia with a nice boost there from the 35 up to the 24 in the draft. Got a nice draft there from the 35 and getting a toe off the 24. And they look 3 wide for third. Can they make it work? Stapleton and the 35 rub with each other. I think they sorted it though. They somehow did. I don't know how they did, but they did it. Stapleton will move to third. Garcia falling back on the outside. Yepez back up to fourth. Garcia back to fifth. Marcus out to the run. Here comes Kukulon, the 51. He's inside the top 10 in points barely. He needs a good showing tonight. He's showing it right now. He's up inside the top 10 looking for a top 5 spot. He gets by Marcus Santry to move to 6th. Down the back they race. Fast speeds here at Darlington. And these drivers know that you have to go fast here, but you also have to be tough. You have to be physically and mentally tough to go these speeds and do it for 56 laps with tires wearing out. These tires wear out pretty fast here at Darlington. This is an abrasive racetrack. Tires get eaten up here at Darlington. Here comes Steve Morgan. He's on Nathan Orman to the inside. They go side by side for the top spot. Morgan looking for his first lap sled of the night. Getting beside Nathan Orman in turn number 3. Can he complete the pass off turn 4? As they race side by side, Morgan gets the spots. Orman gave it to him. Steve Morgan to the front of the Southern 500. Yepez back up to second. Adam Garcia looking for third. As here comes Kukla on the 51 on the inside, moving back forward. And pole sitter Levi Schoen's back up on the inside lane. He'll move to 6th and look for 5th on Nathan Orman. So Schoen's starting to come back from the pole position. Fell back, but now back on the inside lane. We're coming around to complete 10 laps here in Darlington. Caution free so far. We had one 3-wide moment that was sorted out. No contact made as Steve Morgan leads the 10th lap of the Southern 500. Yepez rides in 2nd, Garcia in 3rd, Kukulon 4th, and Schoen's up to 5th. Through 1 and 2, Yepez trying to look on Steve Morgan. Kukulon looked on Adam Garcia for 3rd, but down the run to make it work. Off turn 2 and down the back. Front 4, nose to tail, single file. Back behind them, there's a battle. Riley Sampson jumping inside Nathan Orman to grab a spot. Jay Jefferson going by him as well. Here comes Riley Spurley-Tube and Luke Rainey. Riley Spurley-Tube, don't want to jinx him here, but this far into the season, he's had 0 DNFs. He's completed all but 3 laps. It's been a very great, underrated season for Riley Spurley-Tube. He's very consistent, but just kind of quiet about it. And I'm sure he'd love to just keep that momentum riding. He's inside the top 5 in points. He can make the chase if he has a good next few races. And so far, so good at Darlington for Riley Spurley-Tube inside the top 10 here in the Southern 500. But they're all chasing Steve Morgan, who's out front. Single file have Yepez, Garcia, Kukulon, and Levi Schoen. Yepez with a peak off turn 2. Trying to get there as the battle's on for 3rd. Kukulon has enough of Adam Garcia. He'll jump low for the P3 spot. And Riley Spurley-Tube jumping out on Jay Jefferson. That's for 9th. Spurley-Tube to 9th. He's going to bring Luke Rain with him. Luke's going to go to 10th. As Adam Garcia's now on the outside. He'll drop back in the 22 car. Riley Sampson trying to get down line from Riley Spurley-Tube. Sampson down in front of the 26. And now the 26 gets forced out by the 2 of Luke Rainey. Side by side off turn 2. Luke's going to try and get up there and pass his teammate Adam Garcia. Put him back. 46 gets forced out of JJ Reed as they go through 3 and 4. Luke Rainey getting by Reed there. As the front 4 get away, it's still Steve Morgan leading Yepez, along with Kukulon and Levi Schoen. Yepez looking again, but didn't have the legs to make the move work. And Schoen's watching in 4th as 5th on back. Hope they get side by side and double fouls as they slow each other down. Stapleton moving by JJ Reed right there. As Anthony and Charles Bois moves to the inside as well. And here comes Jay Jefferson back. The 11 on the inside of Edwin Mendez, Max Anderson, Griffin Lynn. Nathan Orman's falling back outside the top 15 after being caught on the outside lane. Just shows what the outside can do to you here at Darlington if you can't find a hole in line. Sachi, Sampson, Luke Rainey, 5th, 6th, and 7th have closed in now to the front 4. Down to 7-car single file train at the front of the field in the Southern 500 at Darlington. Steve Morgan leading the way in the 35. He's not had a challenge yet from Yepez, who rides in 2nd just right behind him. Can't quite make the move. He's looking for a way to make it, but he just doesn't have the run. He has the runs in the wrong places. He just can't make the move in the right places, and it's showing he cannot make that pass work so far. And what those 7 are doing, they're all slow, and now Stapleton 8th, Charles Blanc 9th. They're running them down. Jay Jefferson 10th, Mendez 11th. They're all coming with a nice head of steam. We'll see if Yepez can make a move this time in turn 1. He has a little bit of a run to that 35. We'll see if it's enough. Kukulon might break low for 2nd here. I think the 51 does make that move. Side by side for P2 down the back. Sebastian Kukulon inside of Diego Yepez. They race side by side to turn number 3. And Kukulon's going to take it away. Kukulon is 2nd, Schoen's for 3rd. Now, can Kukulai make the move on to Steve Morgan? Was it maybe just Yepes, Diego Yepes issue? Is his car just not good enough? Is maybe the 51 better than the 32 at this stage in the race to where maybe he can make the move onto that 35? How about Samson on the inside moving forward? Luke Rainey moving forward on the inside. So Luke going to push Samson by. Stapleton coming with those drivers. Samson to 4th, Rainey to 5th, Stapleton to 6th. For 7th, Charles Blount inside of Yepes as the 32 continues to drop back on the outside lane with nowhere to go. Kukulai game right back. Now look to the inside. So that 51 easily can make the move on Steve Morgan after the 32 couldn't make it up for a few laps. We're coming down to 36 laps of racing to go in the Southern 500 Darlington. Caution-free so far, and you have to assume that if we stay green, we're going to see some green flag pit stops, so we could shake up the running order of this race. If you pit sooner, do you get the fresh rubber sooner and possibly slice your way through the field? Luke Rainey for 3rd on Morgan. That 35 tried to block him up, but couldn't. Here comes Riley Sampson now. Kukulai for the lead. How about that? Shovel the best car out. Now they're double file at the front of the field. Riley Sampson get by Kukulai to turn 3 right there. Nice push from Luke Rainey on the inside. A lot of these drivers would love to get 5 bonus points to try and make the chase, especially drivers like Sampson and Luke Rainey. Rainey looking for a wildcard spot. He's outside the top. He's outside the top 15 in points. You can see there's a separation in the field. I don't know if a car decided to come down pit road there or what. Oh, someone stopped. Fenway has stopped on the backstretch. The 6 of Ryan Brommer is slow off the pace. So that could have caused the separation that we see right there from the top 24 have gotten away. Then 25th on back are off the pace. So how about that? Something happened to the 13 Roman Fenway and it got Ryan Brommer slow as well. So I allowed the front 24 to get away here at Darlington as Riley Sampson leads the way. Luke Rainey behind 2nd, Nathan Stapleton 3rd, Charles Blount to 4th, Max Anderson inside the top 5 to 5th, Kukulai 6th, and Steve Morgan back to 7th. Look at from far away as they race off to turn number 3. Can Luke look to the bottom of the racetrack on the 40 car to try and make a move work? Back around, Riley Sampson still leading the Southern 500 at Darlington. Luke Rainey rides in 2nd. For Luke, he has had a big victory this season already. He won the first dirt race in the Gatorade Cup Series. He'd love to get a Southern 500 win on his resume. That'd be a crown jewel race for sure. It'd be a big victory for his career. He's currently riding right behind Sampson, not making the move quite yet. And as soon as I say that, he jumps low, trying to make it work. Does he have the run in the draft to make it work? He does. Inside Sampson and Luke Rainey to the front of the Southern 500. Can he come around and lead the lap for 5 bonus points? Stapleton to 2nd, Charles Blount for 3rd. Everyone's going to filter down to the inside. That's the place to be right here. So Luke Rainey leads Nathan Stapleton around. And now they go side by side up there. Back to the line. Luke Rainey leads for 5 bonus points. Stapleton in the 16 inside lane to turn 1. Nathan Stapleton going to take the lead away. So Stapleton leads now. Charles Blount to 2nd, again by Luke Rainey. Max Anderson will look for the top 3. He'll look for 3rd. Sebastian Kukulai there. Riley Sampson, Steve Morgan, Levi Shones. Nathan Orman coming back, getting by Edwin Mendez for 9th. Griffin looking for 10th on the 11 car. So the front 11 have gotten away. 12th on back trying to rally the troops and get in the draft. Get single file and make a charge here under the front 11. We have 30 laps to go in the Southern 500 Darlington. Nathan Stapleton leads the way. Anson and Charles Blount right behind in 2nd. Max Anderson rides in 3rd. The front 3 have tried to get away as 4th on back or side by side. Sampson moves to 4th again by Kukulai, who's back to 5th. And Steve Morgan now looks for 5th as Nathan Orman coming through the field, getting by Luke Rainey in the 2 car. And this time by halfway, which means now the pit window will be open. We could start station drivers hit pit road early to try and get fresh rubber on. Do you want to do the undercut? Try and pit sooner, get fresh rubber, and gain time. Look at this, they're all coming down. The leaders are all pitting. Kukulai will stay out. A lot of drivers came in earlier the last lap. They're making it onto pit road. Some drivers. Oh, look at that. They've crashed getting on pit road. So many cars have tried to pit. They've crashed. We saw a car in the air. Some cars now staying out because of that. Look at, yeah, the 15 of Jake Richardson's torn up. Cole Luigi, Adam Garcia, Carter Friesen has damage. But the yellow flag is not out. We're still green. JJ Real pit this time. Jay Jefferson coming down with them. Here comes Jonathan Buford in. William Bullen. Fenway off pit road. There's Michael Gregory. He came in first. He came in a lap sooner than all the leaders. Casey now go in. Charles Blount to his pit stall. Riley Spurley leads in the 26. There goes the 47 off. Levi Shones into his pit stall. 4 tires obviously for all these drivers. And that that wreck that we saw right there coming on pit road. That's going to knock some drivers out. Who leaves first? Nathan Stapleton off first. Charles Bois, Max Aronson, side by side, second and third. Riley Sampson leaving. Here comes Michael Gregory, who pitted a lap sooner than all these race leaders. He's up to speed on the outside, flying around. There goes the 481. He's inside the top 5. Great strategy call. The 481. He was at the back of the field, but now leave ahead of the 55 of Charles Bois. Up to speed. Nathan Stapleton gets away in the 16. Max Anderson in second. Michael Gregory to third. Charles Bois fourth. Riley Sampson in fifth. And the drivers that came down a lap later. And they have some damage cars as well coming off. So now we have lap cars all over the place. We have cars all over the place. Nathan Stapleton leads the way in the 16. Coming to 26 to go this time by Stapleton's out in front. Max Anderson should come off in the second position. He's going to be caught behind now Carson Bowers, who is a lap car, it looks like. JJ Reed getting passed by Michael Gregory. So the 41 still moving forward. Charles Bois and Riley Sampson here. We got 3 wide around some damaged cars. As the 15 Jake Richardson is all torn up on the front end because of some pit road contact. And look at Luke Rainey. He wants all these spots. He's saying, gimme, gimme, gimme. Those are points. So obviously that 15 being slow, that's going to halt some of the field. But currently, Nathan Stapleton cannot have it any better. He's out in front by a good margin over Max Anderson, who rides in second. The front 6 have gotten away. 7th on back are in this log jam. There's Jonathan B. for Chris Shimerich, Jay Jefferson, Jose Mills. Mills the lap car. Luke Rainey's currently up to 10th. Kukul on 11th. And then the gaggle of cars back here, caught behind the 15. There's Edwin Mendez and William Bullen pulling out. Marshall Burrow moving out of line. Casey Necco going to try and do that. Nathan Orman, Steve Morgan as well. Riley Spruce to come with a full run to those drivers. Shones has fallen back. There's Roman Fenway laps down. TJ Hanley's there. But we have to focus back on the front because Max Anderson in the draft is running Nathan Stapleton down. As Anderson moves to second, trying to chase down Nathan Stapleton the 16. Carter Friesen is a lap car ahead. He is a little slower. He has some damage. He obviously was involved in that pit road contact. Looks like they tried to repair it as best they could, but he's still a little bit off the pace. We'll see if that holds up any of our race leaders. As they come around, Stapleton continuing to lead the Southern 500 at Darlington. As we're caution-free so far, Stapleton looks around the outside of the 34 and look at Michael Gregory. He forces Max Anderson out of line. Gregory does second. Does he have the run for the lead? I think he's trying. Stapleton right now doing a great job just kind of keeping him at bay for now. But Gregory jumps to the inside. Stapleton tries to go 3 wide but can't. Gregory to the front. Pit strategy works for the 40 when he gets out in front of the Southern 500. JJ Reed in second, the 46 car. Reed up to second. Riley Sampson to third. Charles Bois to fourth. 5th place. Stapleton going to try and jump low there but can't. Carson Bowers' lap car might move low. Look at Carter Friesen blocking Nathan Stapleton. That 16 finally going to move around, but lost so much time. He's just leading now. He's back to 5th. And Max Anderson in 6th has 2 lap cars between he and 5th place Nathan Stapleton. So it's Michael Gregory leading the way. JJ Reed now to 2nd. Riley Sampson to 3rd. Charles Bois to 4th. Stapleton back to 5th. The next car is Anthony Fox, but he's in 3 and 4 and might not be caught because it doesn't look like he's that much slower, if at all. I think that 38 is pretty well up to speed, so I don't think they'll catch him. The problem might be with the 15, the 42, and some of the drivers that got torn up in that crash. 20 laps remain in the Southern 500 Darlington. Michael Gregory plays the pit strategy right to get out in front. But yeah, we won't catch the 42 or the 22 because they're both out of the race. So tough break for Garcia and Colucci, both trying to make the chase. Luigi's chance is possibly done right there. And for Garcia, that's going to hurt him in the points. He came in top 10 in points, but now he's going to possibly fall outside the top 10. We have 34 cars currently on the lead lap. Fenway is 4 laps down. Friesen falls to 3 laps down. Zaydell's 2 down. Richardson 1 down. Mills 1 down. And Carson Bowers is 1 lap down. So for Jose Mills came in as the points leader, 36th place right now. Dale Lightning came in 2nd in the points series. Lightning currently runs in 23rd, so he should gain a good chunk of points onto our points leader, Jose Mills. So Michael Gregory going to try and fend off Riley Sampson, moves to 2nd as a flyer. JJ Reed to 3rd. Nathan Stapleton moves to 4th by Anson and Charles Bois. Back here, Jay Jefferson going to try and get around Carter Friesen. Jonathan Buford to the top 10. Chris Shimerich same there. Kukula inside the top 10. Rainey back to 11th. Mendez 12th. Bowen is 13th. They have Morgan 14th. Casey Necco 15th. Burrow's going to be 16th. In the battle for 17th, 2 teammates, Hanley and Spurlitube, 17th and 18th. Lynn is back here. Fenway is 4 laps down. Levi Shones, Trey Rainey. Shones started on the pole position, but it's faded. Scott Gregory is here as well. Look at this. Log jam of cars. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. That's 7th through 13th. All in a cluster. At the front, Gregory trying to fend off Riley Sampson, coming to 16 laps to go this time by. For Michael Gregory, here's the big question. Our race leaders, when they came down payroll, they pitted at halfway. They had 28 laps down, 28 laps to go. Michael Gregory pitted a lap sooner than all those leaders, which means he pitted 27 laps down, 29 to go. Does he have the fuel in the race car to go 29 laps? We saw a few drivers stay out and go 29 laps. The problem is Michael Gregory was not one of them. So can the 41 make it on fuel since he pitted sooner? Yeah, it's a great strategy to get out in front. The problem is, do you have the fuel to make it work? Gregory rounds 3 and 4. 15 laps to go in the Southern 500 for the driver of the 41, Michael Gregory. He's had a really good second half of the season. He kind of started out very slow, but as of late, he's definitely put it on and he's turned it up to all cylinders, and he's definitely had a great second half of the season. The problem is he's nowhere near making the chase, but a win tonight could definitely help him try and make it, but this lap traffic up here will definitely play a role. 4 cars have gotten away, but they have Zidell and Jake Richardson ahead. They're side-by-side and slow lap cars. This is going to hurt these front 4 right here. Gregory going to try and get around Jake Richardson. He does nicely, but now Zidell's in the 10 car. Zidell is Michael Gregory's teammate. Does he play next and let his teammate by so that the 41 can keep the race lead? Right now, Gregory stays behind. Stapleton's going to keep touch since they're stuck behind the 10. Gregory will jump low on his teammate Justin Zidell and move around the 10. And Gregory pulls away to a little bit of a gap. So Michael Gregory currently out in front. Sampson moves to second. And those front 2 have gotten away because Zidell blocks 3rd and 4th. Stapleton will move to 3rd by JJ Reed, who falls back to 4th. Max Aronson 5th is gaining. Anthony Trouble on 6th gets by Jake Richardson. And here is 7th on back. Jonathan Beaver to 7th. How about Luke Ray up to 8th? Mendez now 9th. Sebastian Kukulon 10th. William Bones currently 11th. Richardson 12th. And Jay Jefferson's falling back to 13th. This is a good point tonight for some drivers that definitely need it. Right here, they've caught Anthony Fox, who is a little bit slower. Michael Gregory going to move around. He'll come to 11 to go this time by. Gregory out in front, moving by lap traffic, trying to get by as fast as he can to hold off Riley Sampson and the others. But does he have enough fuel to finish it out? That is going to be a big question. Does he have the fuel to last it back around 11 more laps? He pitted before the halfway point. A lot of leaders came down at halfway. It is going to be tight on fuel for Michael Gregory. If he makes it, it's only going to be by a lap or so. And can Riley Sampson try and pressure him into running out of fuel? Just stay on the back bumper. Not necessarily pass him. If you pass him, maybe give him the draft to gain fuel and, you know, save some fuel. Just stay behind and pressure him. You know, just kind of be like, hey, stay in the gas so you can't be saving fuel. 10 laps remain. The Southern 500 Darlington from Michael Gregory currently out in front. But Riley Sampson pressuring him and trying to make him run out of gas. Yeah, 10 laps to go. I mean, that is a good ways. Nothing is set in stone quite yet. Michael Gregory. 9 to go now, but Ryan Brommer, the 6, is a lap car ahead. How will he negotiate this car? You can see these positions inside the top 10. They're changing rapidly because Sean Richardson now back up inside the top 10 as Luke Rainey is falling back to 13th. So that is a big battle right there, about 7th to about 13th. 14th there in a huge battle right now, and they have some other drivers back behind them. Gregory tries to pull low on Ryan Brommer. We'll look at, how about Dale Lightning? He's back up inside the top 25 up to 21st. That 47 starting to come alive, gaining some spots late in this race. He could definitely try and move up closer to Jose Mills, who's back right now, 36th running order. But to look at some drivers who are kind of close on the cutoff, Riley Sampson came in barely inside the top 10 points. He currently runs second, a good point tonight for him. We have Nathan Stapleton trying to make the chase. He's right now running 3rd. He'll look for a 2nd. He got a great run to Sampson. He'll get by the 40 car, so Nathan Stapleton back up to P2 and has 7 laps to go to get by Michael Gregory. So Nathan Stapleton with 7 to go moves to 2nd, looking for a chase spot. You have other drivers trying to make the chase. You have Jay Jefferson, currently 11th. He's on the bubble with 2 victories. He's good right now. Kukulon barely inside the top 10, but he's 12th. Luke Rain looking for a wild card, currently 13th. Riley Spurley to 17th. Dale Lightning to 19th. How about the 47 coming back? Trey Ray currently 21st. He's looking for a wild card spot. Eli Bright trying to stay top 10 in points. He's currently 24th. Nathan Orr trying to stay top 20 points. He's currently 26th. So it's been a bad night for Frederick Motorsports. They're on 24th, 25th, 26th, and 31st. And that's not good for them because Eli Bright is right now falling to 27th. Orman's falling to 28th. And Jeff Bright's down 31st. All 3 of those drivers are trying to make the chase. They're down below the top 25. Stapleton looking for the lead. 5 to go. Yellow flag would end the race. Stapleton pressuring Michael Gregory, trying to make the pass. Oh, he's all over the back of that 4. I think the 16 is faster than the 41. Honestly, came down pit road later than the 41. Has a lap fresher tires and a lap more fuel. 4 laps to go in the Southern 500. 3 cars, a lap car, and then 4th place JJ Reed. Stapleton looking again. Didn't have the run to make it work again, though. Down the back, still single file. Who can make the move on to Michael Gregory? And does Gregory have the fuel to make it last to the finish line? Well, he pulled that time. A great corner for Michael Gregory. Pulls away from the 16 Nathan Stapleton. 3 laps to go now. 3 to go. Gregory's pulled away. Fight for second. Stapleton goes up the track. Sampson to the inside. Is that it? Is Michael Gregory going to win this race? Because they got side by side for second now. Can Sampson try and... Oh, Gregory has to pit. He didn't have the fuel. And Stapleton got up towards the wall, but not into it. Here comes JJ Reed. He'll move to second. The 41 didn't have the fuel. Pitting sooner, he did not have the gas to make it work. Now 2 laps to go for Nathan Stapleton, who's out in front. Michael Gregory did not have the fuel because he was out in front leading. He didn't have the draft. But now, can JJ Reed get up to the 16 and pass him? Stapleton leads. JJ Reed in second. Do they have enough fuel? They're committed. Coming to the white flag. Reed with a run onto Stapleton. Off of 4. Last lap in Darlington for Nathan Stapleton. Reed on his back bumper to turn 1. The 46 has never won a Gatorade Cup Series race. It's tonight the night where it happens in the Southern 500. Down the back for the final time. Fenway, the lap car, on the inside. Stapleton flies around him. Reed has to check up because of it. Off of turn number 4, Nathan Stapleton's gas and the car to victory lane. 16 wins the Southern 500 at Darlington. And a lot of cars had to come down pit road for fuel at the end. Nathan Stapleton had the car and the gas to get to the finish line as he wins the Southern 500 at Darlington. And a late race passes Michael Gregory had to come down pit road for fuel. Let's go see the finishing results from the Southern 500. Here are the finishing results from the Southern 500 at the Darlington Raceway. We didn't have a caution flag here tonight, and 11 lead changes, 10 different drivers led laps here tonight in Darlington. Reigning supreme, it's Nathan Stapleton, 9 laps led here tonight. Victory lane for the 16 at great points tonight to try and make the chase. JJ Reed ends up in second, so close getting that 46, its first ever Gatorade Cup Series victory. Riley Sampson ends up in third, 4th for Max Anderson, Edwin Mendez rounding out the top 5. How about Jay Jefferson 6th, Jonathan Buford 7th, Sebastian Kukulon 8th, Anthony Traub 9th, and Keshawn Richardson breaking inside the top 10, with William Bullner 11th, Luke Rainey in 12th, 13th for Steve Morgan, he led 11 laps tonight, 14th for Trey Rennie, TJ Henley 15th, and Griffin Lynn 16th, Dale Lightning 17th, Scott Gregory 18th, Isaac Nichols 19th, Levi Jones from the pole led 1 lap, he ends up in 20th. And a lot of drivers that were having good points nights going or decent point nights going, they had to come down pit road for fuel, and a lot of cars finished lapped down towards the back of the field. Pez 21st, Nathan Orman 22nd, Fitzwater 23rd, Sachi 24th, Eli Bright 25th, Anthony 26th were the drivers that finished on the lead lap. 27th on down, a lap down or had to come down pit road for fuel. Ryan Brown and Anthony Fox were both lapped. Marshall Burrow and Carson Bowers were lapped as well. Michael Gregory leads the drivers that had to come down pit road for fuel at the end. He led 20 of 56 laps, but had to come down for fuel with 3 to go. He ends up 31st. Derek Hamill had to come down for fuel. He ends up 32nd. Mills in 33rd. Jeff Bright to come down for fuel in 34th. Sam McNair in 35th. How about Riley Burley Tube 36th. Jake Richardson was damaged in 37th. Justin Zedell 38th. Carter Fries in 39th. Fenway 40th, and the cars out of the race. Coluigi and Adam Garcia. A crazy race at Darlington does shake up the chase picture. Let's now go see how the chase looks. 2 races left to make it. 2 races remain in the regular season for the Gatorade Cup Series season number 10. The points look like this. Jose Mills is still on top, but is cut down now 74 ahead of Dale Lightning, who currently rides in the 2nd position in points. Griffin Lynn in 3rd, Marshall Burrow 4th, and Riley Sampson moves up inside the top 5. Riley's 42 down to 6th, but not too bad for the 26th. 7th for Jay Jefferson. 8th is Sebastian Kugelman and Tyrant Al Jefferson. Nathan Orman currently holds 9th at Adam Garcia in 10th. As you look down, 11th to 20th. Stapleton, the winner tonight. He's 11th, only 2 points outside the top 10. Eli Bright is 12th, Trey Rennie 13th, Luke Rainey 14th, Scott Gregory 15th, Marcus Sanchi 16th, Jeff Bright 17th, 18th, Anthony Fox, Carter Fries in 19th, and Diego Yepez in 20th. It is close at the bubble to try and make it into the chase. Look at all these drivers with wins, but the drivers with 2 wins get the wildcard spots. That's Eli Bright in 12th and Marcus Sachi in 16th. Problem with Sachi, if he has a few bad races, he could fall below. If Eli Bright has a few good races, does he jump in and maybe knock a non-winner out? Can Stapleton get 2 more points to knock Adam Garcia out? I mean, it is crazy close at the cutoff. And they have Stapleton with 1 win in 11th, Trey Rain with 1 win in 13th, Luke Rain with 1 win in 14th, Jeff Bright with 1 win in 17th. It's close. I mean, one way or another, you know, if it goes one way, someone can make it. If it goes another way, someone else can make it. So it is going to come down to the wire at Atlanta to determine who makes it into the season number 10 chase. And do you possibly get someone like Jeff Bright? Does he get his second victory of the season and kind of burst his way in on a, you know, kind of Hail Mary? Could someone like Trey Rain, Luke Rain do that? Can Eli Bright jump his way in so a driver with 1 win gets it? Does Jay Jefferson fall back outside? Does a non-winner fall out? I mean, there are still so many questions to be answered here for this chase, and we have 2 races remaining. Fenway 21st, Max Anderson 22nd, Edwin Mendez 23rd, Carson Barris down to 24th, Code Luigi 25th. Then TJ Hanley, Anthony Nance, JJ Reed, Justin Zidell, Anthony Sharp all the top 30. Ryan Brommer 2 wins, but down 32nd. Obviously not going to make the chase now. Same with Isaac Nichols and John Three for 37th and 30th, both with victories. They've not had great seasons beside their wins. Derek Hamill, of course, 42nd with his win. He has not run the whole season. Yet he had to fill in for Derek Bouchard. Bouchard left the Gatorade Cup Series, and that's why Hamill's down 42nd in the points. Bouchard 43rd. And obviously Jake Urchin subbing for Keegan Thompson for the rest of the season, down at the bottom of the points list. 2 races remain to make the chase in the Gatorade Cup Series season number 10. As we're going to go to our 4th and final crown jewel race of the season, we go to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway at the Brickyard for the Brickyard 400. I will see you guys then.